Priya, your economics teacher. Due to quarantine, I am not meeting you, but whatever it may be, we will meet you soon. In the meantime, I will teach you today the introduction of macroeconomics. The first chapter in your book. Please take your book and verify the contents whatever I teach you in the class. Introduction to economics. What are all in the introduction in the economics means? It is introduction, importance to macroeconomics, meaning of macroeconomics, economic systems, scope of macroeconomics and limitations of macroeconomics. So these chapters you have to study in this first chapter. Now today I am going to teach you just 3 items in this flow chart, that is introduction to macroeconomics, that is and importance to macroeconomics and the meaning of macroeconomics. So 3 chapters alone, 3 subdivisions alone, today we have to see, students. Please listen carefully. Economics is divided into 2 parts, that is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Economics is divided into 2 parts. One is microeconomics and another one is macroeconomics. Ragnar Fritsch, a Norwegian economist, says that and the coefficient of the first Nobel Prize award winner of Ragnar Fritsch coined the words micro means small and the macro means large. So these great economists only says as the microeconomics means small, macroeconomics means large. And macroeconomics in modern terms, how we have to begin means through John Maynard Keynes. He is the father of our modern macroeconomics. So John Maynard Keynes in his book The Great Theory of Employment, The Great Theory of Employment is written by him. The Great Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, published in the year 1936. And he says the term microeconomics is small, macroeconomics is large in the year 1933. So he says the context in 1933, but after that, this father of modern macroeconomics, he shows in his views and opinions in his book The Great Theory of Employment, Interest and Money in the year 1936. So after that, Keynes offered an explanation for fallout from the Great Depression. Depression means what? The decline in the market trend. That is price வந்து inflation ஆகலாம், decline ஆகலாம். That is called as depression. So the Great Depression, when goods remained unsold, depression type la பாத்தீங்கன்னா goods remained unsold and the workers unemployed. Due to quarantine நீங்க இத ஈஸியா உணரலாம். goods வந்து நமக்கு வெளியில போகல and same time the workers also unemployed. So இந்த காரணத்தை வச்சு இந்த கீன்ஸ், the father of our modern economics, இவரை வந்து நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Father of, that is why Keynes is regarded as father of our modern macroeconomics. This is very important. This should be asked in your public examination in 1 mark question. Who is the father of modern macroeconomics? Keynes is the father of modern macroeconomics. So look at corner, dear students, please note it down. In your book contents, look at corner, you have to study the one word answers, the one word questions fully from the inside the book and not from the outside of the book. When I meet you, I will explain you in detail. Next we come to the topic importance of macroeconomics. Now we studied about the introduction, who introduced the economics and all. Now we come to the second point, importance of macroeconomics. So the word macro is derived from the word macro is derived from the Greek word macros. It is derived from Greek word. So macro is derived from the Greek word macros, meaning large. So macro means every time it is large. So hence macroeconomics is the study of economy as a whole. So macroeconomics is the study of economy as a whole. In other words, we can say it as the economics deals with aggregates such as national income, employment and output. National income, employment and output. So these aggregates only decide about our macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is also known as income theory. This question also asked in your one-word question in public examination. What is the other name of macroeconomics? Macroeconomics is otherwise called as income theory. So this is for importance of our macroeconomics. Now we go to the subject matters covered in macroeconomics. What are all the subject matters covered in macroeconomics? I will show you detail in a flow chart. Macroeconomics, what are all the subject content it has? So macroeconomics means now we studied that it is a study of economy as a whole. Study of economy as a whole. நம்ம பார்த்தோம் இப்ப macroeconomics னா என்ன அப்படினு, that is study of economy as a whole, that is called macroeconomics. So what are all the subject matter it has அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா, it has national income and then it has national income and then inflation. I will show you shortly. National income, inflation, business cycle, poverty and inequality, and then disparity, investment and saving, please observe students what are all the subject content in our macroeconomics. Now we see. So investments and savings, international trade, so international trade and then balance of payment, and then capital formation, so these are the subject content of our study of macroeconomics. So subject content என்னன்னு திரும்ப ஒரு recap பார்க்கலாம். It is national income, inflation, business cycle, poverty, inequality, disparity, investment and saving, international trade, balance of payment, capital formation and then employment. So these are the subject matters of our macroeconomics. Now we go to the importance of macroeconomics. That is the last two chapters we studied. We come to the last subdivision, that is called importance of macroeconomics. So what are all the importance to know the macroeconomics? Just only 5 points. that we wind up our class. So first one is there is a need to understand the functioning of the economy as a whole, that in aggregate level, at the aggregate level, to evolve suitable strategies and to solve the basic problems prevailing in an economy. That is, நம்மளுடைய எக்கனாமிக் ட்ரெண்ட்ல என்னென்ன ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ், என்னென்ன எக்கனாமிக் கண்டிஷன்ஸ் ப்ரிவைலிங்கா இருக்கோ அதை அறிவதற்கு மேக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் உதவியாக இருக்கிறது. செகண்ட் திங், அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் த ஃபியூச்சர் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ், நீட்ஸ் அண்ட் சேலஞ்சஸ் of an economy as a whole. So future problems என்னென்ன, அதை எப்படி நம்ம ஃபேஸ் பண்ண போறோம், இதெல்லாம் அறிவதற்கு இந்த மேக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் நமக்கு உதவுகிறது. செகண்ட் பாயிண்ட், understanding the future problems, needs and challenges of an economy as a whole. That is second point. Third point, macroeconomics provides an opportunities, that is ample opportunities to use scientific investigation to understand the reality. So scientific investigation வைத்து நம்மளுடைய reality என்ன அப்படிங்கறதை உணர்வதற்கு macroeconomics உதவியாக இருக்கிறது. And then fourth point, macroeconomics helps to make meaningful comparison and analysis of economic indicators. So macroeconomics helps to make meaningful comparison and analysis of economic indicators. Macroeconomics helps for better prediction about future. So future ல என்ன நிகழ போகிறது அப்படிங்கறதை தெரிந்து கொள்ள நமக்கு இந்த மேக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் உதவுகிறது. So these are all the importance of our macro economics. I can repeat you again importance of economics. There is a need to understand the functioning of the economy as a whole and at the aggregate level to evolve suitable strategies and to solve the basic problems prevailing in an economy. Number one. Number two, understanding the future problems, needs and challenges of an economy as a whole. Number two. Number three, macroeconomics provides opportunities, ample opportunities to use scientific investigation to understand the reality. Macroeconomics helps to make meaningful comparison and analysis of economic indicators. And fifth point is macroeconomics helps for better prediction about our future. Future ல என்ன நிகழ போகிறது என்பதை உணர்வதற்கு macroeconomics உதவுகிறது. So 3 chapters, dear students, I will revise. Please take your book and study, and I will meet you soon again.